Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited that you have taken some time out of your day to hang out with me for a little bit. We have some really exciting stuff to share, so let's just go ahead and get started. So first of all, I just want to welcome you to, or introduce you to Limitless Health. Limitless Health is about achieving peak performance through health and wellness. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Okay, cool. So first of all, I want to know if you're in the right place, okay? So is this you? Are you a driven entrepreneur or business owner, a high achiever who pours everything into your passion, but you found that you have neglected yourself in the process? Maybe you feel like your passion is your purpose in life and you feel like you know exactly what it is that you need to do, but you just don't feel like you're your best self and you're not bringing your best self to the table every day. Do you find yourself doing things like skipping meals or ordering takeout, maybe some Uber Eats, just to keep up with everything going on in the day? You don't have enough time to go and get an actual meal. Do you find yourself working really late at night? Maybe you go to bed and you're not able to actually turn it off. So you're lying in bed thinking about all the things you have to do. Does that sound familiar? What about, do you feel like you're just always going, going, going? Do you feel like you just have to be in grind mode no matter what? So morning to night to morning to night, you just feel like you're working, 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 and you have work on the brain? Or are you using coffee as a lifeline? Maybe like an IV drip if you, maybe that sounds a little bit more familiar. You just basically just surviving off of um, every little drop of coffee that you can get into your veins. I don't know. Or if you feel like you just never are able to quite keep up with the demands of your business. If that sounds like you, then I want you to keep listening, okay? So let's go even a level deeper here. So do you feel like you're often anxious, stressed out, tired, you have low energy, maybe no motivation? Maybe the motivation was there and now it's not there, even though you know that this is your passion, this is your dream. But do you feel like some days it's just hard for you to get up and keep going just because you're so overwhelmed? Do you feel like at times you have difficulty focusing, maybe brain fog, you're just not able to think as quickly, make the connections as quickly as you need to or as you used to? Do you feel physically and mentally sluggish? If that sounds familiar, I really need you to listen up, okay? These feelings have been normalized as the entrepreneur struggle, but this is not normal, okay? I want to say that again. This is not normal. This is not okay. We don't want that. This is your body trying to tell you something, okay? So these feelings that you're feeling, they're all symptoms that are coming up because your body is trying to cope with everything that's going on. So you need to learn how to listen to what your body is saying. So one of my favorite quotes is, if you listen to your body when it whispers, then you don't have to hear it scream. So let's start listening to our body early on when we see these symptoms like, sluggishness, being a little tired, being a little slower, maybe just having, a little bit of stress and anxiety. We need to really listen into our body and hear what it's saying to us, because it's saying some important things, okay? So here's the great news. You have the absolute power to change all of that. I know that sometimes it feels like you're doing everything that you can and you're just not making progress in those feelings. Like maybe you drink some coffee to compensate, but at the end of the day, you feel like maybe you haven't actually like gotten more energy. But I want to tell you, there's definitely a way to do that. We absolutely have a way that you can actually reverse all of these symptoms and feelings that you're feeling. So now I want you to do this with me for a second. Just close your eyes and imagine. Imagine if you're able to show up every single day, charged, focused, and full of energy to tackle the day. Imagine that you're able to truly bring your best self to the day. You're able to execute under passion. You're able to really drive that growth in your business that you know you can drive. You know that only you can do it. And you're able to actually bring that out in your business because you were just really operating at a high level. Imagine that you're just able to do everything that you set out to do for the day because you just feel like you're just, everything's clicking, right? So, and I want you to do one more thing. Imagine that you took the Limitless pill. I know you guys have probably seen the movie Limitless, and man, if you took that pill, you see how he was typing away. He had all those ideas floating in his mind. Imagine that's you with your business, that you're able to do all the things that you've been wanting to do, and it's just clicking like clockwork, like clockwork. All right. Now listen, I need you to just like listen up real quick because you really are in for a treat. This is absolutely going to be a mind-blowing presentation for you, okay? But first thing I need you to do is really get focused. I need you to remove any distractions that you have. I need you to listen up. This will take 30 minutes. Honestly, it'll probably take less, but I want to prepare you. Set aside 30 minutes. If you need a pause for a second, pause. But go ahead, set aside 30 minutes and really listen up. Get a pen and paper if you need to, because you're going to want to take some notes. But by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you need to do in order to gain, you'll know exactly what you need to do to gain the clarity of thought and the energy you need to execute on your highest level and to set yourself apart in your business. But first, before I go into all of that, I do want to tell you a little bit about me. So for you, if you're not familiar, if you haven't met me, if you don't know me in person, I do want to make this introduction. So my name is Nikki. I guess I should have said that earlier, Coach Nikki, and I live in Chicago, Illinois. So I was always an athlete. Like I've always loved to move. In high school, in college, I was always an athlete. I was a Big Ten Division I cheerleader for my school. This is actually me right there. And at one of our bowl games, we did some fun random beach stunts. And we also, of course, cheered at the bowl game, which was so exciting. So I just, one of my favorite memories. But also a little bit more is just I went to Northwestern University, so that's where I cheered. That's where I did my Big Ten cheerleading at. Such a great experience being able to cheer at Northwestern University. I actually was getting my engineering degree at the same time, so I was getting my degree in chemical engineering. But now, I've actually really been focusing on health. So I love I love the engineering way of thinking, the engineering process, but I really have a passion for health and wellness. So I have recently gotten my or not recently, over the last few years, I've gotten my certifications in holistic nutrition, integrative health, personal training, and project management. So you might be thinking, what does that have to do with any of this? Project management doesn't seem to kind of click with everything, but I'll show you in just a little bit. All right, a little bit more about me. So I am a woman of God. I absolutely, faith and spirituality is really important to me. But also I love exploring the world. I love going to exploring new cultures. I've actually traveled to about 20 countries. And every time I go to a new country, I get spices and I get a cookbook because I just love trying new foods. I love just learning about the culture because I feel like there's so much you can learn through food. I love cooking and I love creating recipes. I love recreating the recipes I've learned or I've tried since I've been abroad. I really love eating, like healthy and not healthy. I love eating. So that is one thing I will never stop loving is eating. I think my favorite, I love donuts. I love plantains, Caribbean food. I love Korean food. I just love all types of food and I just love eating it. I don't know. So my ideal situation is to combine all of those things together. So food, travel, culture, and health, that's where I really hit that sweet spot. So if you notice, if you know a little bit about me, or if you'll get to know a little bit about me, whenever I cook, I just love blending things from all over the world because I just really love bringing all those aspects together. So let's talk about what drives me. So like I mentioned, I've always been fascinated with health and wellness, and I've really been fascinated about optimizing the body's performance with food. Actually, when I was in college, I used to, before a big test, I would start researching, okay, what food should I eat to really make sure that I'm functioning at the highest level on the test. So, I'd find like omega-3 or omega-3s, a lot of good fatty fishes, avocado, all that fun stuff. So I was just really nerding out on that, which also goes into the next bullet, which is I'm a health nerd. I love just finding new cookbooks, listening to podcasts, documentaries, finding new courses, all of those things just to really deepen my learning about different like health and wellness topics. I just absolutely love it. I also love just continuous learning in general and sharing my knowledge. And also just this kind of is where everything ties together with project management. But I love not only like learning all about health and wellness, but I love optimizing processes. So in creating predictable results. So I love doing things like creating a meal prep process so that it's efficient, so that we can prep meals efficiently. I love creating a process where we can track progress as far as like with my clients. I love just working to make sure that we're optimizing things, that we're tracking the right things, so that by the end of the program we have reached a predictable result because we've been tracking it throughout the whole process. So that's kind of where all of that blends in. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how I kind of got started with this. So I've always been a health nerd just ever since I can remember. I just love finding new recipes and all of that stuff, and just learning how to be healthier. But what really brought me to this moment here is my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer a couple years ago, and that really drove me to actually take action, not just read, because I realized there's so many people that need to learn the actions that can be taken to help live a healthier life. So all the actions that we take on a daily basis, they drive us to a particular, like they help us to be healthier or unhealthy, right? And so there are so many things that are just confusing as far as what we've learned, as far as what's healthy or what's not healthy, what fruits are bad, that kind of stuff, which that's not really the right way to look at it. So I really just wanted to clarify that for people, help make it just easy and simple so that people know how to live a healthy life, because that's just so important to start, like just always be doing things that are contributing to your health so that you can live, long, healthy, happy, and full of energy. So that is really my passion. And ever since, working with that experience with my mom, really working with her, going through that, finding ways to make tweaks to diet and movement and all of that kind of stuff, I then started to work with clients. And actually since then, I've worked with almost 300 women around the country to live a healthy lifestyle. So my mission, just because, there's just such a great need for really just having people there to support you. My mission is to help fellow entrepreneurs of color revolutionize their health so they can re-energize their body, focus their mind, and re-spark their passion to fill them with the vitality they need to drive growth in their business and to break barriers in the industry. Without being at our optimal level, we're not able to truly live out our full passion, our full purpose. And so that is why I am here, to really help bring that out of people, because it's just so important. All right, now first, before we go into, one thing I need to clarify, I need to dispel some common entrepreneur health and mindset myths, okay? So I know as entrepreneurs, we are used to just grinding. We're used to having to sacrifice a lot in order to allow our business to flourish, right? But there are a lot of things that we've been sacrificing that we don't want to be sacrificing, all right? So I'm gonna go through a few of those examples. So the first one, I'll start eating right once I get more time to put energy into it. Right now, I got to focus on my business. Does that sound familiar? What about sometimes you got to miss a meal to make a meal? So that was made famous by Fabulous. How about I'll start exercising tomorrow? I don't have energy to go right now. Or I know I should get more sleep, but I've been managing just fine so far. So we'll see how it goes, right? First one, I'll start eating right once I get more time and energy to put into it. Right now, I got to focus on my business. No, absolutely wrong, okay? If you're eating crap food, like if you're fueling your body all day, every day with just terrible food, where are you going to get that energy? So you need to start changing. You need to break that cycle, right? You got to start eating good food so that you can start having a little bit more energy to start making your own food. So maybe that starts with eating, finding a good place that you can order food from a couple of times a week if you have to order, and then you start cooking more times, right? And then eventually you cook more and more and more, and then you won't feel so sluggish because you're controlling your meals, you know what's healthy, you're putting the right thing into your body. Read about sometimes you got to miss a meal to make a meal. Yeah, no, don't do that. A lot of times we try to work, we try to push our limits, we try to keep working, and miss, maybe we skip lunch, maybe we skip breakfast because we have too much to do in the morning, then we skip lunch because we have meetings, and then by the time we eat, it's 8 p.m. That's the first time we eat in the day. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. Our bodies are meant to get consistent nutrition, right? So if your body is not getting nutrition for most of the day, then it's going to get confused. It's going to start slowing down. It's not going to work how it needs to work. So we need to really focus on eating, providing our body the energy it needs. And also when you eat, when you're not eating enough and predictably, then it stresses your body out, and that just adds a whole nother complexity to your whole health journey. What about I'll start exercising tomorrow? I don't have energy to go now. The question is though, will you actually start exercising? I don't know how many times we've told ourselves this, and tomorrow just never comes. There are thousands of tomorrows that just never come because we are always finding reasons why we don't have the energy to go exercise. We don't have the time to go exercise, right? But what we don't realize, exercise actually increases our energy. It increases our productivity. It helps to fuel your brain. So you're actually able to be more productive. You have more energy throughout the day, and you just perform better. So we need to break that cycle of saying we're going to go tomorrow because we don't have energy. We need to go today so that we have energy. So it's a shift. It's a shift in the mindset there. And the last one, I know I should get more sleep, but I've been managing just fine so far. So, we'll see how it goes, right? Like usually it's like, okay, I've gotten 4 hours of sleep, during Monday, Tuesday, maybe I got 5 hours Wednesday, I got 3.5 Thursday, Friday, right? That's not okay. That's not okay. Like, it's not okay at all. A lot of times we're like, oh, I'll make it up on the weekend, but your body is suffering for 5 out of 7 days. That is not okay at all. And typically when that happens, our body is finding other ways to compensate for the energy that we're not getting during sleep. So either our body craves more energy and calories, and usually that's quick energy like simple carbs. You might be craving bread. You might be craving sugar, right? That's not okay. You're probably also craving a lot of caffeine, and you're probably chugging caffeine all day. We don't want that. We really don't want that. So that's something we need to also shift. We need to really prioritize sleep, okay? All right, now, what if I told you that I could show you how to really optimize your productivity, increase your energy and mental focus by transforming your health? And what if I so what if I told you could do this in 72 hours? I mean, would you be interested? I would be. I am interested. All right, so how does this even work? What makes this so different than any other program that you've already seen? So first, I want to introduce the compound effect. If you haven't already, there's a book called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's a great book, but one of the key principle of it is just shown right here. The principle of reaping huge rewards from a series of small, smart choices made consistently over time. That's what the compound effect is. And that is what this program is. So it's not any major, huge, giant leap that you have to do. You don't have to completely change up everything about how you live, everything about how you eat. You don't have to live, eat, and breathe, I don't know, like chicken and broccoli. You don't have to do that. That's not how it has to be. It's about making smart changes and very focused changes. So now let's talk about the 72 hours, right? If you could do it in 72 hours. All right, so maybe it's not 72 hours as in 72 consecutive hours, but what I have created is a program that helps you to really transform your health within 72 hours. So that is the program is 12 weeks, and it consists of 3 phases. So it has mindset training, it has nutrition and meal prep, and exercise. And this is just very, very high level. We will go into detail at a future time. But the highest level, we have mindset, meal prep, and exercise. And those are very focused throughout the week. So over a period of, I don't know how many hours are in a week, like 160 or I don't even know how many hours in a week. I just made that up. But however many hours there are in a week, you're only really going to need to dedicate 5 hours a week to your health, right? So that's only 5 hours a week to do the things. And that's when you break it down to a day, that's about an hour a day, right? Like, I mean, that's not much time at all. So these are the things that you need to do to help to really transform your health. And now I want to talk about a little bit, I want to give you a glimpse into what people have been experiencing within this program that I have. So within just the first week of the program, these are comments, these are text messages that I exchange with different people, just getting a feel for what they, how they experience it. So I want to highlight a few things. So the first thing here is energy is on 10, right? These are people who are busy, who have felt tired and sluggish, and by the end of the first week with my program, it's energy is on 10. I mean, that's crazy. Here we have a clear mind, light body, energetic, focused, and productive, not craving junk food, not as much as before. A huge change as far as this is energy and focus. Here's another one on energy, even pain and tension in the body. So there's so many wonderful benefits in just a week time. That's not much time at all. So I just want you to really just really think big about what kind of changes you can really feel and experience. And now this is just, over some time. This is some of the other responses from our clients. So we have a lot of great responses around rebalancing weight. Here, one lady even lost 52 pounds. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. Finding they're experiencing, finding different new delicious and healthy recipes to help curb cravings, and they're really finding ways to make this a lifetime change. So I mean, it's just such a great, you can read through some of these, you can pause the video if you want, but they're just such great feedback and just such great progress just by making these little changes. It's nothing that is drastic. It is very simple. So now what makes this so different? What makes my program so different? So the first thing is we're starting from scratch. I want you to remove any kind of preconceived notion about what makes up a healthy lifestyle or a healthy life. I really want you to just kind of start from scratch, because there's so much that has been, we have been misled by the media and by all these different magazines and like Instagram and Facebook articles or whatever that tell you what to do, what not to do, or that to do this extreme diet or whatever. So we want to clear that out, just like reset, start with a blank slate. Because we will be reshaping not only your definition of what is a healthy lifestyle, but also what is health, right? So it's not just about being overweight. Like that's not it. That's another symptom, right? There's so much more to health. So we want to make sure that we're focusing on the things that lead you to a healthy lifestyle that you will, so that you can perform at your optimal level. You'll also learn to listen to your body and understand what it's telling you so that you can adjust as needed and make sure you are functioning at your absolute highest level. And then finally, we are giving your body exactly what it needs. Exactly what it needs in order to thrive. Now, if we work together, here's a glimpse into what you'll get. So this is just, once again, very high level, very, very high level, but it will give you an idea of kind of what to expect. So the first thing is you'll be following a proven system. It's a proven system that's tailored to you, but it is a proven system that has worked for hundreds of ladies already. It's going to include a customized nutrition and exercise strategy based off of your lifestyle and what you do and don't like. We're not going to make you eat a bowl of broccoli, especially if you don't like broccoli. If you love broccoli, go ahead, eat a bowl of broccoli, plus other things. But we're not here to force you. We want it to make sure that this is something that you enjoy doing. And the Limitless Health Experience, that we're providing you a Limitless Health Experience where you can really feel energized, focused, and really more in control of your mind, body, and spirit, and your business. Because if you're operating better, then your business is operating better, right? So we want you to feel just better than you have ever before. And also, I didn't mention, but not only will you have an amazing system, proven system, not only will you be able to still eat the foods that you love eating, like if you love tacos, you're going to eat tacos. If you love burgers and fries and plantains and ice cream, you're going to eat those. Not all the time. We have a strategy for that, right? but you're going to still be able to eat that. But in addition, you're going to have some amazing, amazing healthy recipes that you can eat every day. So I will be bringing a lot of the things that I've learned from all around the world, the different spices, ways of mixing things up to really make an exciting plate for you, an exciting meal. And of course, it will be based off of what you like. What we're going to do is we're going to help you to completely rethink everything that you think you know about healthy eating and just really transform your experience with healthy eating and healthy food. You're ready. You should be ready to get your mind blown. Okay. And what's next? Okay, so I want to invite you to a free strategy session with me. So I want you to experience the same amazing benefits that so many other people have experienced. As you saw in the last couple of slides, I mean, they're just such great experiences, such great excitement and feedback, and it's just something that I want you to experience. No more putting yourself on the back burner. No more saying you're going to do, you're going to focus on your health tomorrow or next week or next month or in New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, that's your resolution. No, we're not doing that. We're making a change now, right? So go ahead and take action towards your health and book a call with me today. What I'll do is I'll send you the link to book a call with me in a message, and then you can just go ahead and book right there. What I want you to do is absolutely live limitless, because you're amazing, you're doing amazing things, and you absolutely deserve to live however you feel you should live. I want you to feel like you're at the top of your game. I want you to really feel like you're your best self and you're enjoying life and loving it, okay? So I want you to enjoy this journey, and I'm excited to take you with me, because it's just gonna be such a great experience. All right, so go ahead and book that call, all right? Okay, see you soon.